Hi everyone. This next video will introduce you to the Here cue. This is a cue that brings your dog back to you. It's a little different than when you taught your dog to come, which you probably have done previously. Number one, the Here cue is one that you will use when your dog's stressed. You'll use it to bring him back to you on walks. It's really about him being calm and comfortable and trusting you enough to turn away from something that scares him or excites him or frustrates him. Most likely, when you've used come to call your dog in the past, it was in situations where he ignored you, or maybe you called him to come to you for a bath or to get in the car to go to the veterinarian's office or something that was negative to him. So all of that learning involved with that cue, the come cue, has kind of diluted out its value. So even if you've taught that before and your dog has a good recall back to you, we want you to try using the Here cue as a separate tool for walks.
The Here cue is a cue where your dog will turn 180 degrees. He will go from walking the same direction as you to walking back toward you. But then instead of leaving the situation, instead of turning around yourself, you're going to stay put. And your dog's going to look up at you, and you're going to look down at him, and you're going to reinforce him for staying with you. This is the first cue we are asking you to teach that entices your dog to tolerate the stimulus, to not move away, but to trust in your judgment. Big step. When do you use here? You're going to use it when your dog is not past his threshold for stress, obviously, because we never want to put him past his threshold for stress. So you're going to definitely work beneath that threshold, but we also think that he's not quite calm enough to head on walk toward the stimulus. So he's definitely dealing, but he's not completely calm. That's when we're going to use the Here cue. You're also going to think about the amount of distance you'll have, and you'll learn a lot more about distance in the counter conditioning module, and in the Q&A, by the way. But like, for example, let's say that your dog reacts to other dogs about 5 houses away. And there's a person 5 houses away, and she's jogging with her dog quickly toward you. That's a let's go at this point in your dog's education. Let's say that that person is walking slowly toward you, or let's say she's walking perpendicular to where you're walking. That's a here moment. Let's try in this moment to keep our dog in a low stress emotional state of mind and not run away from the stimulus.
What you'll see first is Liz and Otter are going to guide you through all the steps to using this cue, and they'll show you real life situations where you're going to use it. Then you'll see pet owners just like you, with reactive dogs just like yours, teaching and using this cue. Let's take a look.
The goal of teaching here is for your dog to be able to turn away from a stimulus that he might normally react to and focus on you. When he's learned the behavior, it will look something like this, and he will be able to be turned away from the stimulus and to eat until the stimulus is far enough away that he can look at it again, or until it's out of sight. To start, you'll need some small treats that your dog really likes, and a room where your dog is already comfortable and not distracted. The first step is to pair the word here with a treat. Say your dog's name, followed by here, and then hand him a treat right after. He does not need to do anything for it.
Good boy. Otter here. Good boy. Otter here.
When you say here and your dog immediately looks at you, he is ready for the next step.
Otter here.
Now, say your dog's name and here, then take one step backward before you hand him a treat. Your dog should move toward you. If he doesn't, you can take the treat in your hand, put it to his nose, and slowly lure him toward you, as if the treat is a magnet for his nose. As soon as your dog's nose reaches the front of your body, you can give him the treat. When your dog is successful 90% of the time and walks right up to you after you take your step, without being lured, he is ready to add more distance. Now work your way up to moving 2 and then 3 steps backward.
Otter here. Good. boy. Otter here. Good boy.
Make sure that your dog's name and the word here come out of your mouth either before or at the same time as you start moving, rather than after.
Otter here.
Once your dog is 90% successful indoors with low distraction, you can start moving it outdoors and in increasingly stressful situations. This is what here looks like in practice. Cue your dog's name and here, and then back up so that your dog will be facing away from the stimulus as it passes. Continue feeding your dog quickly enough that he can focus on you and doesn't look at the stimulus too often. If your dog is turning more than once or twice to look at the stimulus, you need to increase your rate of treating, use higher value treats, or increase your distance from the stimulus. Continue rewarding your dog until the stimulus is far enough away that he can relax, or transition to another one of his behavior modification exercises, such as look.
Fabulous. I love the energy. Wow, you're a good team. Pay attention. Excellent. So I should go. Good.